change is the only constant in real life and in literature. Many factors affect change, and a person determines if a cause is worth the effort by evaluating the benefit of the change. What they deem worth fighting for reflects their character. In 2017, our class read Macbeth by Shakespeare, and earlier in the school year we read Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. Stories outside of class include We Wear the Mask by Paul Laurence Dunbar and Monsters Incorporated by Pixar. The pieces listed will be analyzed in order to coincide with the essential question stated at the beginning. First, Macbeth. The plot of Macbeth follows a man named Macbeth in his quest for power in the following chaos. Macbeth is very driven by his surroundings. First, he receives the prophecy from the witches, where they state,
"All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter."
Secondly, his wife, Lady Macbeth, pushes him very hard to murder King Duncan and take his role.
"When you durst do it, then you were a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than a man."
Essentially telling him to man up. Not only is Macbeth driven by his surroundings, but he is driven by his own interest, stating that, "If chance have me king, why, chance may crown me without my stir." When weighing the benefit to see if the change would be worth the effort Macbeth would have to go through, he states, "We would jump the life to come." This paints Macbeth as a very selfish man, as he is blinded by his own desire for power. Secondly, Of Mice and Men. Of Mice and Men follows George and Lenny in their struggle to find work in the Great Depression. Once they find work, Lenny kills Curly's wife and runs away. The farm people are upset at how Lenny acted, Curly stating,
"I'm gonna get him. I'm going for my shotgun. I'll kill the big son of a bitch myself. I'll shoot him in the guts."
George also takes motivation with how he feels about the situation. He knows that Lenny did not mean to do what he did. All the time he done bad things, but he never done one of them mean. And he is also tired of running now that he has a somewhat steady job, shown through his willingness to stay at the farm to work more. "And then I'll come back and work another month, and I'll have $50 more." When considering the efforts for a change of killing Lenny himself, he states, "We can't let him get away. Why, the poor bastard starve." This shows that George cares about Lenny, and that he is brave for killing him, because if the farm people caught up to Lenny, they would have tortured him. Third comes We Wear the Mask. The poem describes a person who wears a mask over their personality to shield others from their true selves. The figure in this work is motivated solely by their own insecurities. "It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs?" These quotes point to the conclusion that the subject of the poem is a bit troubled. Then they go on further to say that they are tortured souls. The person in this poem is quite confident that there is only benefit in hiding themselves. "But let the world dream otherwise," they say. This portrays the character in the poem to be an extremely scared person, not wanting their true selves to be revealed because they might not be accepted. Finally, Monsters Incorporated. The story follows two monsters, Sully and Mike Wazowski, in their quest to return a human child, Boo, back to the real world. And in their way stands the corrupt leader of Monsters Incorporated, Mr. Waternoose. Both getting Boo home and taking down the corrupt organization is what drives Sully. "We need to get to Boo," Sully says, not concerned for his own safety after being banished by Monsters Incorporated. Speaking of Monsters Incorporated, they are stealing children. "It doesn't have to be this way," Sully says to Waternoose, the corrupt leader of Monsters Incorporated. When weighing the benefits of the situation, he sees only positive to a change in leadership in Monsters Incorporated. "We need to get there now," Sully says, again, despite his current position of being banished. This brings the audience to the conclusion that Sully is a caring monster and wants the best for everyone.